Welcome into another video where we're going through and testing all of the weapons inside of Black Ops 6 to see how viable these weapons are for all of you to be using inside of your Zombies game mode. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you are subscribed, turn on those bell notifications as you're not going to want to miss out any future uploads from myself. As well, down below in the description, you can find the link for my streams. I stream Monday to Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I stream on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. I stream everything from Black Ops 6 all the way through to custom zombie maps, and generally have a blast over there. Pushing hard this year to smash out another goal of mine that I've been working hard for a very, very long time, which is Twitch partner. So hopefully a bunch of you will pop into stream and help me smash out that Twitch partner goal. So in today's video, before we dive into anything review related, I definitely needed to share this image, which is the first official image that has been released from Treyarch for our upcoming Zombies map, The Mansion. And I think this looks really cool. The mansion definitely looks a lot bigger than I thought. And the interesting part for me is the interesting courtyard with the waterfall there. I feel like there's definitely going to be some sort of Easter egg attached to that waterfall fountain thing. Let me know what your thoughts are on that down below in the comment section. All right, so in today's video, we're going to be diving in and checking out assault rifle that was suggested in the comments section. So thank you so very much for yet another weapon suggestion in the comments. I truly do love running these. So in today's video, which assault rifle am I talking about? We are going to be diving in and taking a look at the Model L assault rifle. We're going to be taking this to maximum damage inside of Black Ops 6 zombies. We're going to take it through the tomb to see how it performs against the zombies in there, take it up to max damage output, and at the end of the video, stick through because we're going to dive into the tomb's boss fight and see just how well this assault rifle performs against the sentinel artifact. So thank you so very much for tuning in today, and without further ado, let's dive into the Model L review video today. All right, welcome into today's video. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I genuinely appreciate the support. We're looking at the Model L assault rifle in that amazing multiplayer dark matter camo, which I think looks absolutely awesome. So definitely keeping the Pack-a-Punch camos turned off for this run today. Now, what kind of damage are we looking at just right off the rip with this assault rifle? We're looking at 159 on a crit shot, which is pretty darn good damage to say right off the beginning. I think yesterday's video, I believe it was 157 off the beginning. So 2 extra damage with this one off the beginning. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we take this to green rarity now. What kind of damage numbers are we looking at? 237, 238, somewhere in between those two. All right, interesting. Okay, so let's move into the Dark Ether and let's go ahead and get our free Pack-a-Punch crystal and cryo freeze by shooting our 5 spinning rocks in the sky in quick succession. So we get our pack crystal and our cryo freeze ammo mod. So there we go. So now we are green pack 1 and we're looking at 495 on a crit shot, which is pretty awesome damage for green pack 1, definitely. Now what you're seeing me shoot a lot of the pods in this dark ether area, these crystals outside of the dark ether area, as if you take your time and kind of go through at the end of every round, you can accumulate a ton of salvage. Here we are in round 6, already pushing this weapon up to blue rarity, and it looked like I saw 900 crit damage on one of the vermin, but I'm not sure if that was the actual damage. And then with insta-kill, not really a fair fight with the shock mimic right there, but we got rid of them. Time to get the Easter egg stuffs out of the way, as we do need to get them done to get to the boss fight. So we're going to go ahead and shoot our Roman numeral puzzle over here on Death Perception, which is the number sequence 1 through 8 in Roman numerals. So that's all you're looking to do. Shoot those off. And then that starts your lockdown, and once your lockdown's complete, you're able to pick up your stick bit of it, as Archibald calls it. I love how excited he gets when you start picking up parts to the ice staff. I think it's just absolutely amazing. All right, so now we need to push through to the Deadshot daiquiri side, and this one here is the Roman numeral sequence 1 through 10. So we're going to go ahead and shoot that down, shoot these symbols in order, as we definitely need to initiate this lockdown and then complete it, so that we can pick up our ice staff head. So there we go. That's both lockdowns done, and we now have 2 parts to the ice staff. So the next thing we need to be doing is the Ice Staff Defense, and I thought this was going to be a good opportunity for you all to see how this weapon performs at a blue rarity with Cryo Freeze on a round 8 dealing with the Ice Staff Defense, as there's a whole bunch of parasites and just a ton of crowd controls that spawns in when doing the Ice Staff Defense. So I'm just going to let the footage roll for a little bit, but you can see how well that this assault rifle handles all of the crowd control and all of the just zombies in the area. You need to get them off the ice staff quickly, so it's nice to have something that can dish out the damage. So I'll just let you guys check and see how well this assault rifle handles this defense here. Like you can see, we're able to dish out damage to the zombies that are heading over to the ice staff to cause some problems. I wanted to pop my shields up Gobblegum halfway through this, just so I had a little bit more strength in the one plate that I have, because I didn't actually pick up 2 plates for this today. So I figured this Gobblegum would help compensate for the lack of the second plate while doing the ice staff step. And there we go. That was the Ice Staff defense complete right there on round 9. Nice. Got a Phoenix up Gobblegum. I will take that all day long. Let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and pick up our Ice Staff. And then the next thing I wanted to show you again, so you have a really solid feel, and you all should be able to make up your mind on whether or not the weapons I'm showing in my videos are something that's going to be a viable option for you based on how you play. I mean, everyone plays this Zombies game mode a little bit differently. So it's a good opportunity to show you the Escort step as well as the Ice Staff Defense step, so that you all have a really good feel on whether or not this weapon is something that can be viable for you. The Escort step is one I like to show a lot. It's got shock mimics, it's got doppelgas, and it has an amalgam, so you can see how this weapon performs against elite zombies inside of your match, and all of the other crowd controls that goes with completing this Escort. And now you can see yesterday's video I was at Epic when I was doing the Ice Staff Escort, so it was just that much easier. But even at blue rarity, just pack 1 with this Model L assault rifle, I was definitely not struggling at all. Let's see how it handles the amalgam and the final little bits of this Ice Staff defense, or sorry, the Escort. I mean, aside from the amalgam being a little grabby pants, we did pretty good taking off the damage with this assault rifle. We're already about halfway done. His health right here. I switched up right here to the Ice Staff just because I wanted to get it kind of complete, and there was a ton of zombies coming in. I also really wanted to slow that amalgam and prevent him from grabbing me, which is one of the reasons why I switched to the Ice Staff right there. And there we go. Ice Staff Escort is done, and we now have our fully upgraded Ice Staff for the Easter egg, which is absolutely amazing. Alright, so now we need to continue to push up the rarity, and as you see, I'm continuing to shoot the crystals outside of the Dark Ether on the map, and then into the Dark Ether to shoot the pods to see if I can't continue to push up my salvage. And like I tell you all the time on this map, dig, 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 dig. I got myself death perception today from a dig, which is absolutely amazing. I love digging up free perks. Super awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and finish off the Easter egg so that we are ready to go to the boss fight. There is our final statue activated, and now the energy is going over to the bridge to the boss fight portal, and we can basically activate that and get ready to the boss fight going whenever we want. And now at this point, I am Epic Pack 1, so I definitely wanted to continue to shoot these pods inside of the Dark Ether and see just how much salvage I can get. Also want to be taking this to Pack a Punch level 2 so that we can continue to push this weapon's damage up, as I want to get it to Legendary Pack 3 before we dive into the boss fight, just so that I can see how it performs against that Sentinel artifact. I'm really intrigued about this weapon, as it was a suggestion, so I'm kind of curious to see. But here we are now, Epic Pack 2, and you're looking at just under 2,000 damage on a crit shot, which is absolutely amazing. There's an amalgam coming at me right here, and I wanted to show you guys this little bit of the run here today, because this amalgam went down really easy. I was feeling incredibly confident right here. Round 16, Epic Pack 2, and we just melted that amalgam, which was awesome to see. Also, really good news, Treyarch confirmed on our next map, the Mansion, we are not going to be seeing amalgams. So, on the bad side of that, that probably means abominations. But now we are Legendary Pack 2, and we're looking at 2,600 crit damage. Switch over to my boss fight Gobblegum pack and start grabbing those so that I have my Gobblegums I need for the boss fight. We need to get rid of this max ammo Gobblegum so that I have room for my 3 for the boss fight. First one's Power Keg. Beautiful. We definitely want to get one of those. All right, let's get the max ammo, and let's continue on. Here comes our Doppelgast. I mean, yeah, no problems. 3630, I think Lightmen went off. I'm not sure why I saw 3,000 right there. That was definitely interesting to see the extra damage pop up. But I mean, at Legendary Pack 2, see, I'm seeing the 36 again. I think it's 2640s are consistent, but you can get up to 36. I'm not sure why the 36 is popping up. Let me know if you might be able to explain that to me down below. So now we had enough essence to go ahead and take this assault rifle up to maximum damage inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. We are PAP 3, we are Legendary, we have our Lightmen ammo mod, and we are virtually ready to go for the boss fight at this point. But before I did that, I definitely wanted to make sure I picked up all of the perks on the map, as I love going into the boss fight with a perkaholic. So we're going to push through the rounds a little bit further. But before we did that, I wanted to show you guys how viable this is at max damage output. You're looking at 5,200 and I think it's 50 crit damage on 290, 260, something like that. 5,000, over 5,200 damage on a crit shot on max damage output, which is absolutely awesome damage numbers to see. Definitely, like that's really solid damage numbers. So now the last thing we need to do was to just hang out by the Wonder Fizz machine inside of the Nexus Dark Ether and pick up the last perk that I was needing, which was Melee Macchiato, which, to be honest, I don't really need in the boss fight, but, you know, I definitely like having a perkaholic. So I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and grab it. And now we're going to push on through to the boss fight on the tomb. And at this point, I was really kind of intrigued to see what kind... Why are you here, Doppelgast? I wanted to do a weapon inspect. Never mind. Straight to the boss fight we go. Jeez. Tell ya. Sometimes they're so uncooperative, the Doppelgast. They just don't know their place, I swear. Anyway, let's get to the damage phase. I'm curious to see what kind of damage numbers we're going to be seeing when we get to the first part of our boss fight here and we're able to damage the Sentinel artifact. So here we are, getting ready for our first damage phase of this boss fight. So let's see what kind of damage we can do against the Sentinel artifact with this Model L. 992 I'm seeing consistently. That is some solid damage numbers, and we cracked that one right there, nice and quick, nice and easy, not much of a problem at all. I was feeling really good right now. Like, that was really awesome to see. I still feel, I mean, in my honest opinion, I still feel like the AS Val does destroy this faster. So here's our second damage phase of the first half of the boss fight. Let's go ahead and see if this Model L assault rifle can crack both Sentinel artifacts on this phase to skip a step. Okay, we got one. Got to get the reload in. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yo, there we go. So definitely a viable option, this Model L. Yeah, you can skip a step during the first half of the boss fight, and for me, that determines on whether or not something's going to be a viable option to be running inside the boss fight. If you can skip that step, then you're definitely dishing out enough damage and enough damage quickly to the Sentinel artifact to have confidence that when you get down to the bottom half for the second half of the boss fight and you're fighting the elites and you have an artifact there that you need to crack, you can be confident you'll be able to dish out the damage in quick succession to be able to crack it in a hurry, which is key for the second half of this boss fight. Now here we are, I shoot the Sentinel artifact that points towards the amalgam, so that when we first spawn in, I don't have to deal with amalgam right off the hop. And then I got really lucky, and there was a monkey bomb there on the ground, so I was like, heck yeah, we're going to be picking that up. Alright, so let's start the second half of our boss fight, where we've got our first kind of elite coming in, which is going to be a zombie with our Sentinel artifact attached to it. Now I was kind of curious to see what kind of damage this Model L is going to be doing. Like, how is it going to work down here against this artifact? And there we go. That elite went down really quickly. And whoa, there goes that artifact. Oh, I'm liking this. That was quick. That was really quick. Oh, this dishes out a ton of damage. This is awesome. I definitely want to get back into the middle there and pick up that max ammo before I deal with my sprinty boy Doppelgas that is spawning in right now. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and continue to drop our charge shots behind us. Keep our distance. Using the ice staff in this boss fight is key to whittle down these elites' health for you so that it doesn't become such an issue. They also do a ton of damage when they hit you. So having something like the ice staff in your hands to help just kind of eliminate their health bars while you are, you know, moving around, stay in your distance is huge. It just makes this fight so much more enjoyable. Now here I noticed we'd almost got him done. So there we are. I'm going to drop a charge shot. Let's switch over to the assault rifle and see if we can't crack this artifact. Come on, let's go. Nice. That is quick. That is really, really fast. So now we've got 2 more elites to go. We have our Shock Mimic coming in now, and then we're going to have our Amalgam coming in last. So I'm feeling really good at this point. We've taken out the first 2 elites in honestly some pretty quick succession. So I was feeling pretty good about the second half of the second stage of the boss fight, dealing with the Shock Mimic and the Amalgam. Also, I have all of the Gobblegums that I brought in for the boss fight still available. I have my Insta-Kill, my Idolize, and my Full Power. So really not too concerned at this point of the boss fight dealing the damage. I know the assault rifle is going to be able to crack that artifact in quick succession, and I've just been focusing in, keeping the distance, and taking care of crowd control with the ice staff charge shots. So let's see, where is our Shock Mimic? Where are you? How much health you got? You're not quite done yet. Then I noticed I wasn't shooting charge shots right there, so when you notice that, keep moving, and then to my left, I noticed right in the middle there of the boss fight arena that crowd control had started. So everything had spawned in again. We got another Amalgam, we got more Doppelgas, we got another Shock Mimic, and I noticed our elite was almost done here. So it's time for me to hit my Ether Shroud and go ahead and see if we can't crack this 3rd Sentinel artifact again really quickly. This has been a pretty quick boss fight today, I'm not going to lie. That's pretty awesome to knock that out. So now we've got 1 elite left, which is going to be the Amalgam. And for the Amalgam, I like to use my Idolize to be able to take him out, you know, kind of nice and quick and easy. And if while I'm shooting him during Idolize, I notice I may not be able to dish out enough damage, then at that point in time, I will pop my insta-kill to go ahead and make things a little bit easier. I went to go pick up that max ammo there, and yeah, that was almost a really bad scenario. So we decided to not go for the max ammo and play things safe, which is definitely what I think is the best option for this boss fight down here. Now that I got my Amalgam in my eyesight, I popped my Idolize, started firing in with the Model L, and noticed that his health wasn't moving nearly as fast as I wanted it to be able to get him taken care of and that artifact taken care of. So we popped the insta-kill, and you can see how much faster we're able to shred that Amalgam, which is absolutely amazing. And then we just clapped the artifact right there, and that is all 4 elites defeated using this Model L assault rifle for the boss fight. And this is awesome. Like, it dishes out a ton of damage. You're over 5,200 on a crit shot on your standard zombies, which is just awesome damage. Absolutely awesome damage. Now here we are getting ready to dish out our make and break damage phase of the last phase, the last stage of this boss fight, where you simply have to destroy that Sentinel artifact or you will fail. So here we are. Let's drop a charge shot and see how we're going to do against that health bar. Oh, it's definitely moving. It's definitely moving. We got an Ether Shroud ready for as soon as we start taking damage. Let's go ahead and pop that and see if we can't finish off this boss fight with the Model L. There we go. Nicely done. Great suggestion from the comments to run the Model L through this today. That was awesome. Tons of fun. I really enjoyed running this one today. Definitely a great suggestion. I feel like this weapon... there's one downside I might notice. I did feel that this weapon had me moving just slightly, just ever so slightly slower than some of the other assault rifles. That could be some of the build. There definitely is some room to speed up your movement with the build that I used for today's run. So we'll show you guys that at the end of the video. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do so at this point in time. As at 7,000 subscribers, I'll be doing another giveaway to show thanks for just the unbelievable support you all have showed me on the channel throughout 2025 and through across 2020. 2024. So thank you very much. This was the build that I put together for today's run. If you guys want to make any changes to it, let's work together in the comment section to make that happen. And thank you so very much for tuning in today. We'll catch you guys in the next one.